Yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Jay Canales back out with another video. I know some of you guys are probably surprised because I said in the last video I'm going to be posting once or twice a week, and I know in like pretty much every video I've been posting on YouTube, I said that legit almost every time I post. I promise you guys I'm actually going to follow through this time. Since I moved out now, you know, I have a lot more free time because I'm just focused on straight grinding out. But for example, it's 3:13 right now. I don't know if you guys can see the time, but I was just getting a lot of work done. I had a lot of stuff to do, so you know, I was like, I'm just probably gonna pull an all-nighter and get a lot of work done. And something I like to do is I just like to write out my thoughts, and I like to just get a book every once, or like a notebook every once in a while, and just write stuff, because I feel like you could do it on a computer, but I feel like you just need to write stuff in a book too. I feel like it makes it way more productive. And so I was just writing down stuff, and I was like, damn, like I need to post a YouTube video, because you know, I want to fulfill my promise to you guys, because I said I'll be posting once or twice a week, and I think I posted on like Thursday or something. I think it's Tuesday right now, so I'm probably gonna edit this video tonight and then post it, so you guys are actually seeing this the same day. Well, if you're watching it the day that it uploads. But I was like, I need to make a YouTube video, and I really wanted to make this YouTube video for a pretty long time. And I know basically every other dropshipping channel has made this video. As you guys could tell by the thumbnail, it's you need to watch this video before you start Shopify dropshipping. And usually all their other videos are pretty much the same thing. They just go over a bunch of mistakes that they made and stuff like that. I'm gonna be covering that too, but I'm gonna get like, towards the end of the video, it's going to be a more like personal level, and I'm going to tell you guys a lot of personal problems, not really personal problems, but a lot of stuff I truly wish somebody would have told me when I first started making money, because if it was, it would have helped me a lot, and I would have been in a way different place right now. But unfortunately, I didn't really have somebody to tell me to do what I'm about to tell you guys. I did have a really good friend who kind of helped me get out of a phase that I was in when I first started making money, which I feel like really helped me now grow to the person who I am. So like, if it wasn't for him, I don't really know where I could be right now. I'd probably still have a really big ego, and I don't really want that. Shout out to my homie for, you know, helping me get out of that phase. But yeah, let's basically hop right into the video. I'm gonna tell you guys what I would have known before I started dropshipping. And in this video, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys straight up. Make sure you guys watch the full video, because I'm gonna be going over some pretty important stuff in the end, especially if you're making a little bit of money right now, or especially if you're a kid around anywhere from like 16, 20, somewhere around there. Like if you're a younger person, because most of my audience is younger people, like 16 through 24, you're definitely going to want to go over the whole video, because I talk about more like important things to you guys. So yeah, make sure you guys watch the whole video. Don't just skip to the end. I'll know if you'll skip to the end. Don't ask me how I'll know, but like, trust me, I'll just know. The very first thing I want to go over is dropshipping isn't as easy as it used to be. Dropshipping used to be, I'm not even gonna lie, like it used to be stupid easy. I could throw up some ads, some really crappy ads. I have them on my phone right here, but I'll just throw them up right over here somewhere, right here. But like, for example, these are the type of ads that I was throwing up, and I was able to make a couple $100 profit every single time I threw up these ads. And like, for the most part, I was just paying a couple dollars for influencer shoutouts, you know, made a couple $100 return. And as a 16-year-old kid, that was a lot of money, because this was 2 years ago when I was dropshipping using these kind of strategies. And as you can tell, if I were to try to use this same strategy now, these same pictures, these same exact ads, the whole free plus shipping method, it probably won't do good at all. I feel like everybody kind of caught on to that, and it looks really scammy. It just does not look professional at all. So it would be a really dumb idea to try to do that. And so that's why dropshipping isn't as easy as it used to be. It actually requires a little bit more skill. Don't get me wrong, like dropshipping is still easy. Not easy, but it's still possible. You can still do it. So just from me saying that, don't get discouraged to not dropship anymore. It's just, you're gonna have to put more time and effort into dropshipping, and you're probably gonna want to study more, because you want to make your store more branded based. I'll talk more into that later. Another big thing, and this is probably one of the biggest things on here, you have to take your customer service seriously. One big thing that I did, and I know a lot of other people did too, basically everybody I talk to when they start dropshipping, they don't focus on this, and this is what really kills their store, kills their whole brand reputation. It could lead you to a lot of trouble. Like for example, I don't think this is the reason why I'm banned from PayPal. I was more banned from PayPal because I was using it when I wasn't 18, and once you get a lot of money starting through PayPal, PayPal obviously wants to like PayPal wants more information on you. Then when I gave them my information, they're like, oh, this kid's only 16, 17 years old. Shut your account down. And I thought when I turned 18, you know, I would be able to open up an account again, get a fresh start. But no, like, I guess PayPal just doesn't like me. They don't really like the dropshipping industry in the first place. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use PayPal again. It really sucks, but I don't really care anyways. PayPal sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It's the worst company ever ran. Whoever runs that company now, once Elon Musk sold it, like, it's just going downhill for sure. And I hope something bigger comes up to replace it. PayPal's like a super like trusted payment provider, but for how bad they are for the sellers, I don't get why they're so trusted. Well, like, I understand why they're so trusted, but like, PayPal needs to get wiped out. Somebody needs to create something better and wipe it out. But yeah, getting back to the customer service, you have to take your customer service seriously. When I first started dropshipping, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, like 100% honest. I wasn't really caring about my customer service. You know, I just saw the money coming in, and it was like, for a 16-year-old, 17-year-old seeing a lot of money coming in, it makes you super excited. And it's like, I wasn't really caring about my customers. And I'm dropshipping from China, so you got to keep in mind it's taking anywhere from 7 to 20 days for this product to get delivered to these people. And nowadays, everybody thinks that because Amazon Prime, they think that when they order something, it's just gonna be there in 2 days. I legit have customers email me a couple hours after they got purchased something from my site and say, where's my product? I'm like, yo, like, this isn't Amazon. Like, there's no such thing as 1-day shipping. There's no such thing as 2-day shipping and drop shipping. Well, like, you could if you're drop shipping from Amazon Prime, but for the most part, you guys are probably drop shipping from AliExpress. But yeah, I'd have to tell them, like, yo, like, look, this is Amazon Prime. Like, if you wanted 2-day shipping, you should have got Amazon Prime. What I realized is a way to kind of like get rid of these customers is be straight up with your customers on how long your shipping time is. Don't hide it everywhere so that they order it and then they're gonna get pissed off and probably charge back. Be straight up with them on the landing page or something. Say that it could take 7 to 20 days for shipping. Let them know so that they're aware, so that way you're not going to get a high chargeback rate. You're not going to get a lot of angry customers. It's just good if you be straight up with your customer. It builds a lot of trust. But yeah, make sure you're responding to all their emails. Make sure you're sending them the tracking number. Make sure you're being nice to them. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I first started, I wasn't responding to a lot of emails. I would just get a bunch of emails, and then that led to a bunch of chargebacks, and then chargebacks lead to you getting kicked off payment providers. And like one of my best stores that was going, I was using Stripe, and it was making a lot of money, and I was trying to respond to all the customers, but it was just so much, and I don't know why. I should have just hired a VA or somebody to do my customer service, but back then I felt like I really didn't need that. I didn't want to hire anybody. I don't know why. I was just going through a really stupid phase, but I definitely should have, because that ended up, I started getting more than a 1% chargeback rate. I was getting a lot of chargebacks. I lost a lot of money from chargebacks, which actually led to me getting kicked out of Stripe. And then Stripe was the only payment provider I could use at the time, because they were the only one that didn't make me put in a social security number. Because if I would have put in my social security number to any other payment provider, they would know that I'm not 18 and they wouldn't let me use them. So Stripe was like legit the only one back then. And I got kicked off of it, and I was screwed. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't use any other payment providers. So yeah, take your customer service seriously. Like, that's one of the most important things on this video is please just take your customer service seriously. Another huge thing is you want to be in this for the long term. When I first started my stores and stuff, I was just in it to make a quick buck, you know. My stores would die after 1 to 3 months. I wasn't focused on branding. I wasn't focused on, you know, making the customer happy. I just wanted their dollar up front and in my pockets, because that was satisfying me. When I look back at it, I realized that that's one of my biggest mistakes too. Because if I would have branded those stores, they could still be running today, making me a lot of money. So that's another big thing I messed up on. And especially now with dropshipping, I feel like a lot of people aren't really like branding their stores. And if you really want to stick out, if you really want to make a lot of money, if you want to keep the money coming in, you definitely want to brand your store. Like, branding, when you start a store, you need to think long term. You want to be in it for the long term. Don't just be in it to make like quick buck in 1, 2, 3 months, then you know, the store's over. You want to be in it to make that store last forever. You want to build a brand like such as like Coke or Pepsi. You want your brand to be like a powerful tribe or something. Like you want it, or almost a cult or something. You want people to go crazy over your brand. So that, definitely pay attention for that for the long term. You want to be in this for the long term. Another thing that I noticed when it comes to dropshipping is people really want to overcomplicate the process. Dropshipping is actually pretty simple. It's confusing, but it's pretty simple too. And I get a lot of people in my DMs just really want to overcomplicate the process, and that's gonna make you not succeed at first. When it comes to dropshipping, you don't have to make everything so complicated. A lot of people, especially a lot of new people, they make everything so complicated, and it's really not like that. You don't have to make everything complicated. For example, if you guys know who John Paul is, he's probably one of the biggest dropshippers. Like I look up to him because he just does insane numbers. Like I've never seen somebody do bigger numbers than him. And I took his course, and he is probably the most simple guy ever. Like even I was amazed. It really changed my perspective on dropshipping, because I never really overcomplicated stuff. I kept it simple, but the way that he keeps it simple, I was just amazed. I was like, there's no way he's making this much money by just keeping it that simple. But then I realized it, and like I did more research on it, and I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense why it's so simple and why he's making so much money off keeping it simple. So if that's working for him, you know, you don't have to go out here overcomplicate all this stuff. Just keep it simple. So those are like the big main things I wanted to say at first. But now this one's gonna get more into like a personal and from my experience of what I messed up on, what I wish I could have gone in the past and redo. But you know, it's in the past now. Everything, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. So I'm happy it happened because there's obviously a reason why it happened. But I'm just gonna tell you guys some of like my personal mistakes that I made. So this is more for like the younger people. Like if you're maybe 18 and below, even 20 and below, this is more for you guys. I really wish somebody told me what I'm about to tell you guys when I was 16 and I started making money, because this would have probably saved me a lot of money, would have made me a lot more money, would have kept me more in check, and it just would have overall made me a better person. But like I said, I don't really regret any of this stuff because I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So obviously there is a good reason why it happened. So yeah, let's hop into it. When you first start making money as a kid, you want to act like you're broke. You want to act like you're a total bum. You got $0 in the bank account, and you got to hustle every day for more money to come in. I really wish I would have done this when I first started making money, because you know, when I first started making money, I was kind of acting like I was like the shit or something. And like, you know, as a 16-year-old kid, I was making a lot of money. Like there's definitely nobody in my city making more money than me, which is pretty cool. But it definitely my ego caught up to me, I guess, because I wasn't really like flexing on everybody, but I was definitely being something I'm not. And I'm not usually not the one to like show money. Like I could really care less about money. I could really care less about flashy things. I don't need a bunch of designer on me. I don't need fancy watches. I don't need fancy cars. I don't need all that stuff. A lot of people who buy that stuff is just because they have low self-esteem. And it's funny because a lot of people in this industry are actually just buying a bunch of fake stuff and then going off and flashing it on social media. And it amazes me by how many people fall for it, because I can just tell it's so fake. But yeah, when I first started making money, like I was acting like I was like super rich or something. Like I had a lot of money, especially for a kid. There was no kid my age around me that had more money than me for sure. But it really got to me, because like, you know, I was acting like I was something. I was acting like I'm a big thing or something. And I was even going through like text messages, or not text messages, but messages, DMs, Snapchats from like a long time ago. And I was like, damn, some of the stuff I was saying and doing, I was like, that's not what I think I would have been saying. And I definitely wouldn't say that stuff today. Like every once in a while I'll make like rich jokes or something like that, just because that's just how everybody is. But like back then, like somebody needed to like slap me or beat the fuck out of me. Like it wasn't bad, but like that's not the kind of person I am, you know? And then another thing is, once you start making money, do not buy stupid stuff. It seems like when everybody starts making money, the first thing they want to do, you know, is go out and buy stupid stuff. Like for example, there's like, they want to go out and like buy designer clothing or something like that. that shit's stupid. It's not cool at all. It's straight dumb. For example, I think I spent like $500 on this belt. It's probably one of the stupidest purchases I made in my life. The reason why is because that belt probably cost like $3 to make. Like, it really holds no value. Right when I purchased the belt, all the value dropped on that belt. It went from a $500 belt to like literally a $300 belt. Not a $300 belt, a $3 belt. Because in reality, that's how much it probably made, or that's how much it probably cost to make. So yeah, don't go buy stupid shit. Like, every once in a while, if you're doing really good, I definitely think it's good to reward yourself, but reward yourself in different ways. Don't buy like depreciating stuff. Like, for example, that belt's not going to make me more money. It's not going to be an asset to me. When I bought the belt, it was more of just like an impulsive purchase, which, you know, is fine. During the time, it didn't put a dent in my bank account at all, so, you know, it wasn't really a big deal. But when I look back on it, I was still like, I don't care how much money I had, there's really no reason to buy that belt. That belt's not making me more money. Like I said, I spent like $500 on it when I could have just put $500 into Facebook ads. I could have spent $500 on a course. I could have spent $500 for a mentor. I could have spent $500 for some training that will make me more money. I could have even thrown $500 in Bitcoin or something, and then, you know, over the next couple of years have a way bigger return on that money. So don't be buying stupid stuff. It's good to reward yourself every once in a while, but I think you should reward yourself a little bit different way. When I was younger, like 16, 17 years old, you know, and making a good amount of money, me and my homies, we would go to like LA every other weekend. Like the month of February 2018, you know, I was making a lot of money. Was I 16 or 17 years old? I was like 16, 17 years old back then. And I had homies with me that were making money too, obviously. And it was kind of dumb because we were legit every weekend, we were in like LA, San Diego, we were renting out like these mansions and stuff. And like, it was a dope experience, and I definitely don't regret it because it was a really fun experience. I'm happy it happened because later on in life, you know, I'll be able to say I did all that stuff at such a young age. And it was cool living in the moment, but it's just like, it was honestly such a waste of money. I could have just invested into something better and then made more money. With the money that I made from investing, then go out and spend some of it to, I guess, make me feel happy or something like that, to have fun. Because when you do make money, like, treat yourself good a little bit, but don't be too stupid. Another big thing too is once you start making money, is make sure you're putting money away from taxes. If you're not making any money right now, or if you're making less than 20K, you don't really worry about taxes. That's one of the last things you want to be worrying about. I feel like a lot of people, when they want to start off dropshipping, like, they haven't even made a sale yet, and they want to ask me all these legal tax questions. First of all, I'm not legally allowed to give you advice on it. I don't even know if I'm allowed, or yeah, I'm allowed to tell you guys to save money for taxes. But definitely save like 20% of your profit or something for taxes once you start making 20K or more, because once you make 20K on a payment provider is when they can send you the 1099, and then that's when all your stuff's in the system and you're legally going to be taxed on that. So a big mistake you don't want to make is, you know, make all that money, spend all that money, and then now you don't have money left over for taxes. So once you start making about 20K, what you want to do is put 20-30% profit, go talk to an accountant and kind of like work something out, but put money away for taxes, because the IRS is something you don't want to mess with. You don't want them knocking at your door and then, like, you know, arresting you or taking you to jail for tax fraud or something like that. So definitely make sure you're smart about your money. And then another thing is, don't let your ego get to you. I was kind of talking about it earlier. When I was younger, you know, making money, I kind of let my ego get to me a little bit. I was kind of acting like a person I really wasn't. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I was low-key a dick sometimes. Just because I thought, you know, I had money, it made me a better person. But in reality, like, money doesn't make you a better person. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're super rich or super poor. I'm still gonna treat you with the same respect. So just because you have money doesn't mean you're cool or something like that. So just always remember that. And like I said earlier, when you start making money, just act broke as fuck. If people know what you're doing and they like try to say, like, for example, like, everywhere I go, I would always be called like, oh, it's the rich kid or something like that. that's gonna happen if people know what you're doing, but just kind of ignore it and just be like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, you can make jokes every once in a while, but just always act like you're poor. Imagine just every day you wake up and your bank account's at zero and you got to get it to $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. You just got to start over every day. So just every day, just hustle like you're broke. And then this one's more for my younger audience, people that are like 16, 17, anything 18 below or below 18. If you start making money, like I know a couple of you that are watching this video that are probably actually making a lot of money at 16, 15, 17 years old. Once you start making that money, don't forget to be a kid too. Once I started making a lot of money, I didn't necessarily cut off my kid life, but I was just grinding 24/7, which isn't a bad thing. Like, you always want to grind, you always want to keep the money coming in. But I feel like you only get to be a kid once, and I feel like it's not that I didn't live my kid experience, because I lived a better life than most 16, 17-year-olds do my age. Like, when I get older, I'll be able to say, like, you know, at 16 years old, I was able to take like private jets to Vegas. I was able to go on vacations fully paid by myself. I was able to buy my first car. I'll be able to say all that stuff, which is super cool. But I didn't really necessarily live like a kid life. Like, my freshman and sophomore year, I did for sure. But end of sophomore year, junior year is when I started making money, and I just cut everybody. Like, I pretty much cut everybody out of my life. I didn't really care about anybody besides like my true friends, who are still my friends to this day. But still be a kid, especially because once I turned 18, I realized that I'm not able to do the stuff that I was able to do freshman, sophomore year. I'm not going to really say what I used to do, but like, you know, I used to have fun on the weekends, you know, and we used to do a lot of stuff that if I do now and I get caught up for it, I'm definitely getting arrested, stuff like that. So enjoy your, if you're making money as a kid, like, enjoy your life and still be a kid. There are a couple things I wish I would have, I could go back and kind of change what I did. But then again, like I said, I don't really regret it. Because everything happens for a reason. There's obviously a reason why it happened. Make sure you tell yourself that you still are a kid, and to have fun as a kid. Live your normal kid life, because once you turn 18, then you can start taking it seriously. And it's still good, don't get me wrong. If you want to just cut off everything at 16 years old, go for it. That's on you. Just off my opinion, or just off my personal preferences or whatever, I just suggest that you can still make money, and you can still learn a lot too, but just you need a balance. You need to live your kid life, and you need to have business too. You can do both at the same time. It doesn't need to just be all one. I know a lot of entrepreneurs or something, they're going to tell you like, oh, fuck all that. Like, for example, Gary Vee, you just got to work 24/7, cut everybody out of your life. And that's like true for people that are over like 20 or 18 and over and stuff like that. But if you're under 18, you got to remember, you're still a kid. You're only going to be able to get to be a kid once. So enjoy that moment, and do everything that a normal kid would do. Get in trouble. I'm not telling you to get arrested, but like do stuff that you could do as a kid, because once you turn 18, you can't do a lot of stuff you could do as a kid anymore. So definitely live your life as a kid, and you can still make money too. Don't get me wrong, like, still make money, but like, have fun as a kid too. Another thing is watch your health. I wish someone really would have told me this. It's not like I was unhealthy, but there is moment, like, your health is really important. Your body is really important. What you put into your body, how much you're sleeping, that's extremely important. When I remember when I first started making money and started getting into this whole online business stuff, and I know it's bad because like what I'm about to say, I'm kind of doing it right now. But when I first started getting into this, I wasn't sleeping at all. You know, I was staying up 24/7. I didn't get my sleep. I wasn't really putting the right things in my body, and so like I was seeing a little bit of health changes. Like, I remember there was this 1 month where my sleep schedule was, I would go to sleep at 7 a.m., wake up at 3 p.m., and this was when I wasn't in school. I was homeschooled at this time, so I'd go to sleep. I would go to bed at 7 a.m., you know, when the sun's coming out or when the sun's already out. I'd wake up about 3 p.m., and then I would start my day, and that was my schedule for like the whole month. And it was really bad. Like, I could just notice I started breaking out from it. I just felt like shit all the time. Like, I was always just like, almost like a zombie. I was kind of dead. I was just out of it. And don't get me wrong, like that was one of my best months of my life. Like it was the most, like probably one of the most fun I ever had, because I was just, every weekend I was somewhere new, or every day I was somewhere new. I was traveling a lot, I was hanging out with the friends, I was just having a good time. But you need to watch your health, and sleep is important. Get a good amount of sleep, because you need sleep to feel your body. Also, make sure you're putting good things in your body. Like for example, drink a lot of water. I've been drinking, I think this, how many did I drink? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just in the past couple hours, I'm drinking like 7 water bottles, just from when I'm working. I probably started working at like 9, and then it's 3:42 right now. So probably drank like 7 water bottles just in those couple hours. So yeah, that's something that really gives me energy and keeps me fueled, is drinking water. Whenever I work, I just love to drink water. I don't know why, but it tastes good. It's good for you. It keeps me going. So yeah, drink a lot of water. Another thing is reinvest back into your business. When you start making money, you like kind of having that money, and you're gonna be scared to reinvest it back into your business. I've seen almost every single person do this. Do not be scared to reinvest your money back into your business. You definitely want to reinvest your money back into your business, and it doesn't have to necessarily be your business. Reinvest your money back in yourself. If you're making money, buy courses on people who are doing something else, because maybe in that course you're going to learn something that you aren't doing that could help you take your business to another level. Or maybe invest in a mentor. In my personal opinion, mentors are a huge thing to get, and everybody should go out and try to find a mentor. If it wasn't for me, I never really paid for a mentor, but I just more like met people who are mentors to me. You know, I brought value to them, they bring value to me. And so they're kind of my mentors slash friends, but they do help me grow as a person. I help them grow as a person, you know. If you could bring value to a person like that way, that's extremely great. But some people just can't bring value to other people. So you might have to pay them for mentorship, which is perfectly fine. You definitely do want to get a mentor, because it's going to help you grow to the next level. And then the last thing I want to say, I kind of said it earlier, is once you start making money, you want to build a team, or you want to hire VAs or stuff to do the stuff that you don't like doing. For example, if you're making a lot of money, you're getting a lot of sales, you're gonna have to get a VA for customer service, because like I said, if you aren't keeping up with customer service, your store's gonna fail as a brand. It's not gonna have a good reputation around it. You're gonna get a lot of chargebacks, because you're probably not gonna respond to the customer service. Like nobody likes doing customer service emails. I'll totally stand for that. Like it's not fun. There's no enjoyment in doing customer service emails. It's just like, even if you talk to customer service agents for companies, they're always in such a bad mood, and it's because they have to deal with angry people all day. So definitely hire a VA to do that. You could get people from the Philippines, train them to do it for $1 to $2 an hour. You know, it's really not a big deal. And then that's going to give you more time to focus on your business and continue to scale. So that's basically all I have for this video. That's what I wanted to say. I hope you guys were able to learn something new from this video, or I hope you guys were able to take away something valuable from this video. And like I said, like I really hope if there's 16-17-year-olds out there making a good amount of money, really pay attention to what I said in the second half of the video, because that's extremely important. I don't want you guys going down the wrong route. One last big thing is, when you start making money, read the book Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. It's just about financial advice, and because when people are new to money, you're going to be spending, you're not going to be keeping track of your finances. You're just going to be very stupid with your money. Reading that book is going to help you like be really smart with your money. I read that book once, and I fell in love with it. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. So if you guys read the Dad Rich Dad Poor Dad, everybody knows how good that book. To be honest, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer is almost a better book than Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's the second step to Rich Dad Poor Dad, but Robert Kiyosaki is just a great author. You guys should definitely read that book. I learned a lot from that book. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, you know, just hit that subscribe button real quick. If you guys like the video, smash that like button real quick. If you guys dislike the video, and then comment in the comment section why you dislike the video. Also, if you guys have certain videos that you guys want me to make, comment in the comment section what videos you want me to make, and I'll try to get those made for you. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.